I'm Uju. I'm here in the lab with the beautiful, the uplifting
Hello,
Donnie Black.
How y'all doing?
Yes.
How y'all doing?
Yes. So we in here just getting it popping, and I'm grateful to do this because this sis here has a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge and a heart for the people. And so I'm glad that we get to, share space and perspectives today. So that's really dope. So today we're talking about, what was we talking about just now? What was we getting into?
Honestly, not carrying baggage.
Not carrying baggage.
Yes.
Not carrying unnecessary baggage.
Yep.
So today, the goal is to encourage everyone to opt out of carrying unnecessary baggage. And sometimes we carry other people's unnecessary baggage.
Yes.
Okay, a lot of times we carry other people's unnecessary baggage, feeling like we have to be everyone's solution when we ourselves, our cup is not full, but we feel like we need to pour into everyone else. There's that. And then there's also carrying our own baggage. I had a coaching call yesterday with David Bayer, shout out to David Bayer, which I found really helpful because I was just telling him, there's just a lot going on and it's affecting my ability to maintain a constant state of peace of mind. It's just always something. And so he was like, it is that because you're carrying the situation from another moment into a moment where it doesn't belong. Yeah, I'm telling you, sis. I was like,
Wow.
Sis, Alexa, lower, because we need to hear this. So he was basically like, in the moment, are you dealing with this issue? Right now, as we're speaking right now, are you dealing with this issue? No. So you really don't need to be emotionally connected to it. You don't need to be. I mean, a lot of times our ego will make us feel like we need to, but it's carrying around unnecessary baggage. And what ends up happening is that's when we end up feeling overwhelmed. That's when we end up feeling bogged down.
You miss your own experience and your blessing.
You miss your own experience and your blessing. It takes up too much space for you to even be present in your own life experience. And what I'm realizing is presence, awareness, mindfulness, it's really like a healing pathway to divinity. You know what I'm saying? It really is a pathway to divinity because I think it creates space.
Yep.
Being mindful and being aware, giving yourself space to just see what's happening and to experience and to feel what's happening, that I feel is a remedy to overwhelm. I don't think that overwhelm is a factor of not having enough time. You know what I'm saying? I don't think overwhelm is a factor of not enough, period. Because if we think about nature and how the universe works, there's no such thing as not enough, for real. We live in an abundant universe. So if we're saying that a certain state of being is attributed to not enough, what's really not enough? You know what I'm saying? It's not that it's not enough time. It's that there's not enough presence. And we're feeling like we're not having enough presence because we're giving our presence away, carrying situations and baggage that's not meant for us to carry. And what was you going to say?
And responding out of emotion, which, puts limitation on you.
Yes.
It really does.
Yes, responding out of emotion. That part.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
That part, I think, is what creates the mess.
Yeah. Because
the situation can be the situation. But when we respond, when we react out of emotion, that's when things can get messy. That's when things get a little sticky. You know what I'm saying? And that's why awareness and mindfulness to me, awareness and mindfulness, I use those terms interchangeably. It's just being able to sit and give yourself space to observe and not be involved in the circumstance, to just see it from a bird's eye view so you can really see, you can put everything in perspective. That's how I feel like that. Practicing mindfulness.
It's how you have peace in the storm.
That's how you have peace in the. That's how you have peace in the storm. It truly is. Peace, be still. Peace, be still. Peace, be still. We have to understand what that means. Be still in your mind. Be still in your consciousness. Be still in your spirit. Even when things are crazy. The storm is rocking all around us. Peace, be still. That really is it really is a saving grace. It really is salvation. And I think a great way to tap into that place of stillness is to create more space in our awareness. And we can do that by figuring out what are we paying attention to? What are we giving our attention to? What are we paying attention to, right? Because let's stop paying attention and let's start investing attention.
Yeah.
Let's stop paying attention and let's start investing attention. Let's invest our attention in things that's going to offer a return on investment. Okay? Things that's going to feed us. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's things that we have to benefit from, because sometimes being of service to another person can feed your spirit. It doesn't always mean that you're the taker or the consumer, but we're focusing on we're anchoring our attention, or we're investing our attention on high value experiences. Okay? High value ideas. Okay? Like, we're not opting into shit that's just unnecessary. And I think a lot of people are walking around overwhelmed and feeling worn out.
Because these are the days. Like, so we say that, but it's like, that's today. That's today. That's today. Tomorrow. That's
now.
This is the day.
That's right now.
So, yeah.
Facts. You know? So just offering that so that people can really access peace and free up some mental space. Because once we free up some mental space, and it's like playing chess, right? Once you give yourself the space to sit back and really study the board and decide and see, if I make this move, then this, and that. Okay, if I go here, then you know, this can do that. All right, you can be a little bit more strategic as opposed to just randomly making impulsive decisions. Because without mindfulness, that's literally what we're doing. We're like running around in the dark out here, you know. Without mindfulness is the light. I'm telling you, making impulsive decisions that have permanent impacts on our lives. So yes, like when we say this, we really mean it. And for my sisters out there, beautiful Black women out there, we are sovereign. We deserve to live in softness and freedom. We deserve to feel safe and secure. We deserve to feel confident. And I think the start of that, the start of releasing chronic stress, and the start of stepping outside of a space of overwhelm is stepping into a space of mindfulness. It really is. Slowing down and just giving yourself the chance to breathe. Now, how do I step into a space of mindfulness? So if you're in a space of you're frantic, how do you transition from that frantic space to a stillness of mindfulness? What I do is I use my breath. I anchor with my breath. I practice this. I teach the students that I work with to practice this. I tap into my breath and I just take deep breaths, and I feel the sensation of the air coming into my body. I feel my chest expanding, you know, like I'm listening to the audio, like I'm just really indulging my senses into my breath. And it's a way to kind of ground my attention back to my body. It like brings me back to my body. And then that way, you know, I can kind of put some things into perspective. It kind of grounds me. So then I can, you know, level, my mind can be on a more strategic level, and then I can decide which way I'm going to do, which way I'm going to go. I can respond as opposed to reacting. So I just wanted to share that. You have anything else?
Yes, I'll share. One of the things I instantly do is just go into prayer. Instantly just, you know, be honest with the Lord, saying, you know, I need your strength. I can't do this by myself, or I feel overwhelmed, I feel worried, whatever it is that you're dealing with in that moment. I just instantly go into prayer and just ask God to sit with me. Because I take myself out of the situation so Absolutely. I can look at it different. Because sometimes it's even us. Absolutely. Sometimes we carry the spirit of offense. Sometimes we, it's a lot to do with us. So that's why it is good to spend time by yourself and have those mindful moments, because you'll realize sometimes it's not the world, it's not other people, it's the habits we created and, you know, the things we attached to and follow and think they're rituals or everyday functioning, and it doesn't have to be that way. So that's one thing I always do, is just go instantly into prayer. And powerful. Sometimes you may not hear him right away. But that's why you have to sit there. He may respond in 2 minutes. He may respond in 5. He may respond in 20. But that time is what you need.
Yeah. That's powerful, sis. Because, that prayerful space, that mindful space, that space of stillness, it's a receptive space. And that's where we can access the ideas, the inspiration, the guidance that we need to move forward in a aligned way. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we don't leave space for that, then again, we just out here like in the wilderness, in the dark, in uncharted. It's like moving through uncharted territory in complete darkness. So we just wanted to share that, to sum it up, to just encourage people to really just give yourself the space to practice mindfulness, to really just give yourself the space to observe. Just stop and just observe, and figure out what you're paying attention to. What are you paying attention to? Let's stop paying attention and let's start investing attention. Be mindful of the things that you're entertaining and engaging on a daily basis. Do those things feed you? Do they pour back into you? Are they feeding humanity? Because if they're not, then I encourage you to opt out.
Yeah, absolutely.
I encourage you to opt out, right? So thanks for watching, fam.
Yes,
Peace.
y'all. See y'all.